That's it.
Arriba.
That's the new intro. Yeah.
You know what's sick? That's an amazing intro because you know what just happened? Breaking news. You heard it here first. Low Life Podcast. Trump just got raided at Mar-a-Lago.
Did he? It's hype. That's fun.
Sick. Amazing. I've been calling this dude. I might go down as like the best. I'm Nostradamus.
No, because I think it was your. How old are you now? Are you 32?
It was exactly. Remember, I said he'd be like impeached
On
by my
your
birthday. He was
30th
impeached by my
birthday.
next birthday, though. He wasn't. Well, they went through with impeachment trials.
I remember that on your 30th birthday. I think I might even remember on your 29th birthday. They like kept dropping like news like every December. You'd be like, this is the year.
It happened in the second year, dude. They got him. And it was sick. But it wasn't sick because he got to lie. But now they're getting him.
It's so fun.
I wish I did a better Trump so we could do like Trump getting raped in jail sketch.
He's not going to jail. I don't know how many times I got to
I
tell you
know.
this.
My roommate just said that to me too. But like,
No
a
matter
guy
what
can dream.
happens.
Well, they're gonna definitely make it so this fucko can't run again, which actually might hurt us more because that means DeSantis is gonna run, and that's scary. He's like, Pluto to Socrates. He's like Luke Skywalker to Obi-Wan. Like he is the second coming for these nutbags, dude.
Dude.
And he was shipping fucking 16-year-olds across state lines a year or so ago. We have footage of me talking about that on here. Nuts.
Who's the one who what's
Him
the
and Matt Gates, that fucking psychopath.
yeah.
They're nuts. They're all weird as psychos, dude. Or I don't know. I don't know if that's the fucking guy in the wheelchair. All these fuckers, they're all the same, dude. They're all fucking weird.
Isn't that weird?
It's honestly, it's pretty fucking.
You doing fantasy football this year?
I never do fantasy football because it's gay.
See a little gonna make me down my face looking through the paper, though it's not something that has never showed on man in concrete.
But nah, I don't do fantasy football anymore. I'm a grown up. I bet on football like a man with money. I don't do fake little numbers on
I
it.
can't. I can't gamble because I don't have any self control.
You could.
I can't. I've tried it. I can't.
Nah, you got to get yourself in order before you can start gambling like an adult. You got to become an adult before you want to do adult things, pal.
Can't do it. I was at a casino like not too
I can
long
barely
ago
do it. But
see Tom Segura, and while my girl was out smoking, I tried to play a slot machine, and it wouldn't take my dollar. Like tried to put a 5 in, and it wouldn't take it. And I was like, "This is a sign." I haven't gambled in years.
it's like a quarters machine.
I love it. I love it so much. I think about it a lot, and I love it.
It's
I watch
cool.
my buddy play poker online, and I go, "I could put $5 in. I could do this."
I do it for
Not for
here
me.
and there now.
Can't control myself.
I need a
Do it.
take this away for a minute. Talk about why you have an issue with this. People probably don't know.
I just like
They
the.
probably always thought you were poor and never had money to gamble.
I just like
I
the
don't know why they
thrill.
think that.
I like that unless you can't pay your fucking electric bill, it's not fun, which is obviously not the place that you should be gambling from. It should be from a place of like, hey, I have $200-300. I don't care if I lose this, but I don't like to gamble from there. That's not fun. I like to gamble with this is my last $80. I'm gonna put it on black. I'm gonna turn it into 160. Then I'm gonna take the 100, put the 60 in my pocket, and play that on blackjack. That's only when it's fun. It's only fun when you could lose everything. Otherwise, it's not fun to me.
So
And
you're really just like an all or nothing kind of guy now. You're
Yeah.
just go big or go home.
it's the
Really?
thing that gives you the feeling of like, I can't pay my electric bill if this
You
doesn't hit.
you boof in your drugs.
Yeah,
Like,
I've done that. So I tried to talk our mutual friend into it. He would not ever do it because he's too like, I'd rather just have. I'm like, look, we can take our money at the place that we pass on the way to get drugs, and if we win, we get twice the amount, and if we lose, we
Dude.
get nothing.
I thought you were just gonna tell me how you convinced a friend to boof drugs.
No,
You're talking about the gambling.
he wouldn't even gamble his drug money. He's a
Yeah,
coward.
some people are totally against gambling.
But that's when I was like worse into gambling. I was like, this is more fun. Like the risk of not getting high, or getting twice as high. I was like, I want to go. I will like stop at this casino. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, dead serious. Like, I won't grab if this doesn't hit. I don't care.
Yeah, I've never overlapped my addictions like that. Really, I think with my gambling, it was just much different. Like it wasn't relying on getting high, So that was like a completely different chase for me. Although there was, I guess, some layover.
Yeah, like there was a
with
moment there
gambling
where
and drugs, but yeah, I feel you though. That is wild. That's a lot riding on a Saturday and a Sunday.
I one time lived with two of my friends, and I had to the rent was in my name, so like I wrote the check, and I did not have enough to pay rent. I didn't have enough to pay the Pico bill, and I got my paycheck that week, or it was 2-week check, and it wasn't enough to cover those two things and my bookie, like because of what I owed, So I was like, I don't have enough money right now. I worked right across the street from the Valley Forge Casino, and back then it was $10 to get in because it was a club fee or you had to have a membership.
Sure. And you got a free beer too, which was not bad.
You got a $10 gift card, and which you could use to buy beer, or you could buy an $11 pack of cigarettes. So you only had to put up $1 for a pack of cigarettes with your gift card. Because I was degenerate, and I took my paycheck was like $13.80. I took straight 12. Paid the
15 an hour. Yeah.
Paid the $8 ATM fee, took my whole shit out. And I was like, I'm already fucked. Like as it stands right now, after getting paid, I am fucked. So if I lose, what am I, just like more fucked? If it hits, I'm good. So I took $1,200 out. I put it on black. It fucking hit. And I fucking paid the Pico, paid my rent, through the bookie 400.
That's an amazing story. But in my opinion, I think it speaks more to something else. I think you're chasing the bottom of the barrel. You're trying to bottom out. And you have been.
It's like skimming along.
Yeah.
Oh, I
skimming
mean,
along that bottom. Dude.
That was a
Ready to-
positive one. I had like 3 or 4 more worse.
Also,
one time I lost
too,
$4
though-
grand on a hockey game.
I'm a fucking burn the boat kind of guy in life too. I'm like, fuck it. I don't need this job. I don't need this girl. This is not even my real dad. Smack this fat pussy in his fucking mouth right now, Jackie. And it's
Surviving
like,
way
afterwards, you're
worse.
like, oh, what the fuck was I thinking that stuff for? But yeah, it's justified in the moment. And that's pretty wild that our brains can do that. In a split second, I can justify
Risking it all.
everything. I do feel you in a sense there. I do, because I do in
Sure.
other ways, I won't take my last time and go buy a fucking lottery ticket or, bet on a game with it. But I will fuck it up, in a way. It just won't be that direct. You know what I mean?
I'll do
I'll think
a
of something more.
$75 dinner.
Right. Exactly. I'll
I'll
get
go
drunk
get
and fucking-
hammered. Spend $128.
Yes. Speaking of, are you doing any better? You do therapy? You owe it to every one of our fan.
Nope. So I had to go in, like add my insurance card. I added all the info. Then I'd like go on and confirm and fill out this survey. So I go to fill out the survey. It gives you the option in the email, like cancel appointment or fill out the survey. There's like 2 buttons.
This is all I hear. Excuses and chipmunk voice. Go much longer than I thought it would. It's stuck.
That's just me banging the cancel appointment button.
Yeah.
The cancel appointment button takes you to another screen where you have to fill out an equal amount of information if you want to confirm the appointment. I was like, well, I mean, I'm an asshole, but I'm not this much of an asshole. So I hit back and I hit confirm appointment. Fill all the shit out. I was
Now
like,
you're just gonna get a bill. Then never go because you're pissed.
and then like midweek, like Wednesday, I got a thing like, your doctor had to cancel from the office, but we've given you this appointment with this doctor. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I'll just pick a different one on my own terms. I'm not gonna
Hit
have
you
you
up,
be
Mr.
like,
Miyagi.
yeah. Not that I'm anti-Asian in any aspect. I want a
No.
lady. I don't want an Asian dude. You know.
I'll take an Asian lady though. Also.
Well, I'll take an Asian lady. But so I was like, no, I haven't done it yet. I'm going to tomorrow schedule my primary care physician appointment. I'm going to go see them. And they are either going to prescribe me anti-anxiety medication or they are going to say, here's a referral for a psychiatrist.
I love it.
That is what I'm going to do first. Because I don't want to just get a psychiatrist
plan.
and pay the huge copay. I just want to.
But you can go to them just so you know this because I've done it and say to them, hey, I'm trying to save a fucking trip to my doctor here. I'm calling you because I think
I'm
I
pretty
need
sure.
antidepressants.
I can't file.
Just listen, you don't know nothing.
I can't fold this pile of clothes to the left of me without crying. Can I just have pills?
Yeah, say that. Really?
That's
They'll be like, yeah.
literally what I'm going to say.
Yeah. And you know what? That's a big step, and you'll get it done. Keep saying it takes time, dude. Couple cancels. You might have to do it a couple more times.
Oh, dude, you should. You would have laughed if you could seen it. Like it showed me the two options. I was like, oh, cancel. I was like, I could just lie my way through this. Cancel.
Yeah. Saying that you got a little bit more work to do.
And then the cancel was like, why are you? I was like, oh, I'm not answering this. I thought you'd just accept my resignation and move on.
It's like I'm canceling because I'm gay. That sucks.
I think about that sometimes.
If you're just gay and that's the whole reason.
Yeah, maybe I have this residual suppressed homosexuality that I don't deal with.
A lot of people do. It's a thing. I personally do not, but I do know quite a few people who do have that. And it's totally normal. And it's real.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Maybe that's why you get nervous at Fox people because you don't want to dive into it. You don't want someone to bring, you know how we were talking about earlier? It's like you don't really remember shit until you're like, I didn't do anything this weekend. And you're like, wait a minute.
That's how I block out.
I butt fucked 3 guys. Yeah. Yeah. Right. It's repression. So sometimes you got to get to the bottom. Although I like to take the approach, let's deal with what we know. If we somehow that comes out, we'll deal with it. But I'm not opening up every closet, in my haunted past. I can tell you that, Jackie. But also, too, there's no dicks in mine. So I don't know if it's that serious, like some people may have to. Like
Yeah.
I've had to open some scary ones, Fortunately for me, and I mean this, like it's not one of them. In that sense, anyway.
I don't remember anything before I'm like 6. It's usually not good.
Oh shit! Yeah, maybe something
That's what
wild
they say.
happened. Really, you really don't?
We used to have a dude who lived in the attic.
Oh yeah, the motorcycle guy.
Yeah, I was like, did I do gay stuff with him?
Maybe.
Pretty sure he's dead.
And even if you did, good for you.
I'm a very giving lover, even as a child.
Hey, no one can fault you for that, Playboy. And that's like the it factor, if you ask me. You're born to be a star. You know what I'm saying?
I just want you to shine,
Yeah. Damn, dude, that'd be nuts. You took a ride on his Harley.
Dude, could you imagine that? Like, honestly, like, could you imagine that? Like, that's probably how it happens to people. It's like they honestly don't know.
Yeah, he's
can't
like, hey,
imagine.
this is cool. Sit on my lap while we take you to school.
I
And
mean,
at first it starts with the vibrations.
I could
Then
tell
it's
you
like a bit of
as
a
sure
burn.
as I can be sure. I'm pretty sure that didn't happen, but
I mean, it might not have. Probably didn't. But also, too, just so you know, it always starts with the boner, dude. And from what I hear, it's easy to get pretty fucking Honda out, pretty fucking randy on one of these motorbikes. I don't know nothing about them. It's not my league. But you know, it's like sitting on a dryer. You ever sit on a dryer? Jerk
No.
off?
no.
me neither, dude. But apparently people do it.
Um,
But also, too, there doesn't need to be that, you know, crazy amount of
I
like.
used to sleep in the laundromat a lot when I was a kid. When I would like run away from home, I would go sleep in this 24/7 laundromat that wasn't far from my house. And the sound of all the dryers and washers, I'd sleep like a baby. Yeah.
Are you making fun of me right now, or is that real?
I swear to God,
I did too.
it's the sound. It's a lovely sound, even though it's so bright in
It's-
there.
It's part of the chase. Like the story I wrote about the final day.
Oh,
That's
North
where I
Wales.
slept that
Yeah,
night.
North Wales only has one traffic light, no gas stations. It
They were
has
Chinese.
two 24-hour laundromats, and both had vending machines. So, like, if you were hungry and a kid and you had $2, you get a soda, a snack, lay on a bench, sleep.
I used to go behind it, lay by the exhaust, by the dryers. And it would smell so good and it would be so warm. And then I would get hot as shit and warm and then go inside and tuck
Yeah,
up.
see, yours were in the city, like mine were in the suburbs. So, like, around the laundromat was like grass and woods. But like,
Rape fest.
yeah, the laundromat didn't have bugs inside. I was inside at all times.
Interesting. I never knew that about you. That's a weird coincidence.
Yeah,
we
the
share.
noise, and to this day, nice little white noise. Put your boy out like a fucking like a little.
All
Like,
I need is a couple Cambodians screaming, smacking the AC vent. Yeah. Wow, that is really, really interesting. Do you
Yeah.
ever I guess not do you ever, but how much time do you find yourself thinking about that kind of stuff?
sleeping in a laundromat.
Yeah, just
Literally
like those
haven't
weird
thought about
things.
it until right now when you said it. I was like, oh shit, I used to go to and Romeo's parents had a billboard outside of it, and I used to stare at it. I'd be like, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Romeo's
Interesting.
framing had a billboard right outside of it. I'd be like, these cocksuckers.
Oh, dude, they're gonna be able to there's gonna be some psychiatrists who are gonna be able to pull some good data from what you're saying here. Yeah. It's like, you see, these are things you don't even realize that make you upset and vengeful and envious and all the things that like you come off as, that I do as well, that we all do, And it's like, wait a minute, I know why I'm pissed. I fucking slept in this laundromat.
Well, that's the thing. Only that comes with that shit is like there's like an acknowledgement of it, but there is no like resolution. There's no like solution to it.
Yes, there is. And that's what I do with mine. It's like behavioral therapy. It's like you learn how to deal with that shit.
No,
and,
I
like,
know,
understand
but
it.
the
and
issue
process
is
it.
like
I mean, it happens.
you're like-
it's not
you're-
changing.
you're unhappy because you're so self-aware. Like too much to enjoy what like most people can enjoy.
To an extent, because
Yeah.
it's like, with self-awareness comes like the knowledge to change and solve, right? So it's like you could be self-aware, but you could be ignoring, the fucking fix, the solve. It's like, if you're smart enough to know, then you're smart enough to fix it.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that the thing? It's like, you're never smart enough to understand it, but can't, unless you're like, the wheelchair guy.
That's the thing. Like my job, I see a lot of people. So like I see most people at the end, just because of what I do. And
Sure.
I like see them. I was like, this is how it ends. This is your last 20 years. It's the position you're in. And I like it doesn't make me sad. It doesn't make me feel anything. I like see them. I like see their scenario and I go like, it's more of like I could do this, I couldn't do this. I was like, so like it's a 60-40. I walk in like a lot of people's houses and I go, I would kill myself versus like I have to go, it ain't so bad. I could tough this out until it doesn't work anymore.
You know what that screams to me? Number one, it's like the whole survivalism, right? Which like you got to deprogram yourself from because it's like you're past it. And second is like kind of scary thing. You don't have much empathy. You know, instead of going in and like feeling sorry for someone or whatever, you're like, oh my God, thank God.
Well, I feel
If I was in this, I'd blow my dick right off, shove it up my fucking ass, and walk home. You know, but like I am the same way.
like your
I don't-
ability to live like that, because I see a lot of houses, so I see a lot of people who live in like certain ways, and I'm just like, this is okay for you.
And there's some people who look at you and they're like, this is okay for you.
In certain aspects,
Same
yeah.
thing. No, every aspect. Relationships, finance, like everything we have that we're okay with, someone has better.
No, I just
and more
mean, like,
secure and more, you know what I mean though?
yeah, but like there's certain like human like the way you're able to function with other human beings, the way you do things, the way you're able to like, I don't
Yeah.
know, survive without like caring about that stuff. And is it a lack of caring, or is it a lack of knowing? Like something is prohibiting you from
Mix.
giving a fuck
It's a mix.
from the
most of the
fact
time,
of
It's addiction. I live this, you know.
no,
It's
no,
like,
I mean,
they
like
know,
if you're a
you know what I
human,
mean? Though?
yeah.
They don't
But I'm
know.
saying,
It's like you just prioritize it. I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they get it, but like you said, like how we are, it's like it's not that fucking bad.
yeah,
You know,
I guess
because
to
most
them,
people get a little bit better. You know, because it's like it's not hard to get a little bit better in most respects. You know, so if you can get a little bit more comfortable, have one more utility on than when you did growing up,
Yeah.
and when you know what I mean, it's like have a few more options to eat for dinner. Like it's have a few more channels for basic cable. It's all relative.
yeah, I guess
So
in
it's
that
like
sense.
you have to, like I did, like just get out of the sense that's like, hey, I'm putting myself in a box with these dumb poor people.
Well, no. The other,
You know,
yeah,
like-
the other thing that I don't factor in is that most of the people I deal with are 40 years older than me. So also, they never had it any better. Like from what they have now is 1,000 times better than how they grew up. You know, they have air conditioning. Like most of these people were born before air conditioning was a common thing. So like they're like, I have a house and there's air conditioning. Like this is the greatest thing that's ever happened.
yeah. And for some people it's air conditioning, and some people it's like name brand Pop Tarts and cereal. They're like, yo, I don't care how much it costs. I'm getting fucking Kellogg's. You know, it's like
So then
it's whatever you
You can
want.
only
Really?
blame yourself for wanting more.
No, you can only blame yourself for not getting more. You know, it's like the whole want is
You don't
erroneous.
Need,
It's like
yeah,
you know you can get it, you know, regardless of your motivation, right? Because some people want it and they get it, some people don't. You know, some people inherit. It's like you know what it is. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know, I don't know, maybe not.
you don't need more. You just want more.
Or you know you can do more. That's what I mean. It's like that's the thing.
Yeah,
You know, it's like that's to me what it boils down to. It's like because a complaint about not having but yeah, it's like you clearly don't want. You know, it's like it's not about want. Because if you wanted it, you'd have it, right? I don't
that's the
know.
thing. That'll never end.
At least the little things like if you want running water, dude, it's not hard to get.
Mhm.
You know, like if you want to get an exterminator, like sure, even if you have to save up, like you can get it. You may have to not get milk and eggs, but you know, it's like there is that every time. Like, what do you
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you see so many vast people and so many people in different situations. You're like, this is what you're willing to sacrifice versus what you're not. Like you can tell the people who like, I don't know. It gets crazy. Like everyone's different. So like what one person's willing to put up with is what another person is not willing to put up with. And then you go in like hoarders' houses and you're like, this is what you're willing to put up with? Like this is crazy. Then you go into like people who have like odd collections and you're like, all right, like this is what makes you happy. Like it's weird. You see so many fucking different things and you're just like,
Yeah. It is
I'm like,
crazy.
where is this thing that like draws me? I don't know.
It's because, and this is what the point I'm making so poorly is that, like, I guess the exposure and like the drive. So it's like for me, right? And this is something I always brought up as a joke, but now I think maybe it applies. Is like prior to me, getting put into a group home or taken to my aunt's in foster care. You know my story. I was eating fucking stale bread and shit, like literally, like no grub. To then a few short months after, so like say maybe total 6-7 months later, I'm at my aunt's, right? And I'm getting comfortable there now for about a month or so. And I complained about generic cereal. And she turned to me and was like, you were walking in the walls because you didn't have glasses. You're fucking one-eyed idiot. You didn't have running water, like would like put it in perspective for me. Like, what the fuck are you kidding? But that's how quickly like a new kind of idea of what you could achieve does for you. I think, it's like, sure, you could be totally comfortable with eating fucking, asshole flakes for your whole life, but like if for even a little bit of time you're like, oh dude, it's not that hard to get frosted flakes, your shit switches. You
Yeah,
gotta
that's
just
the
force
thing.
the switch. Like,
But that's the thing. You see like some people who are like happy with it, and you can tell people like yeah, it gets crazy. It's crazy. It's a crazy dichotomy of people, especially when they're at the end, is like this is what it is. And like you know it and I know it. And I'm not there yet. And I'm not like judging you, but like I'm in here. And some people defend their home. Some people just don't give a shit because it's nice. Some people don't give a shit because it's shit. Some people are like try to defend it, but all of them are like, this is they don't have children like who live with them anymore. So they're at the end, they're like, this is what I have. And some people are very defensive about it, and some people are very like, this is what it is.
and to me, those people are doing what I'm doing. Maybe just later, like coming to terms with it, right? And to me, the worst thing you could do is like come to terms with something when it's too late to change it. So it's like, those guys who you walk into their house and it's kind of shit. And they're like, it is what it is, man. They're not making up excuses. They're not saying shit. Like, I almost appreciate that more, because it's like, hey, man, I made my fucking bed. This is it.
And that's
Jack.
the thing. Like you see
As
those
the people when you
people.
walk in and they're like, oh, it's like, shut up, dude. Shut up. You fucking reek. Your
Yeah, I
cats
do
smell
like
like
that.
piss. Why do you have cats? You don't have running water, dude. You got space heaters, dude. No cats when you got space heaters. That's a fact. You got to take care of humans before you bring cats, pissy cats, to that crib. Like, bananas, dude.
It's a crazy psychology, especially seeing people towards the end, because it gives you like a real perspective of like, it is what you make it.
It is. Oh, dude, it absolutely is. Even in your like small time life, like it's a microcosm for every day. It's like, it sounds like gay or whatever, but it's like, oh, that outlook of like, I get to work. Little changes like that, like really do change.
Well, I've been using that.
Like,
I've been using that
dude,
the last like 6 mornings. I think I
it's
walked out.
huge.
I walked
It's
to the
huge.
to my car in the morning and I'm like, I gotta go fuck. I go, no. You get to walk. 'Cause you're not in a wheelchair. You know, you get to hop in your car and drive to work because
See people with
it doesn't hurt.
emphysema. Think about all the emphysema people. You're like, oh my god. We're fuck asses, dude.
But in the same perspective,
I'm a fucking, and I know it. My mom was a, my dad was a, I'm a fucking, you know.
dude, my dad, dude, he butt dials me all the time. My like stepmom's name begins with K. My name begins with J. Butt dials me like, I don't know, once every 3 months.
Is it
The
still
one
a
day-
Nextel or what?
No, I don't know. Whatever his old cell phone is. But
Yeah.
the one day he called me and just picks up, he can't hear me. I'm like, hey, it'd be cool if you just like real called me instead of like butt dialed me, but okay. Had that
Hung
full
up really, dude.
conversation with him, just hung up. And then the other day he texted me and just said butt dial. I was like, you didn't butt dial me. And he texted me back like, oh, I didn't think you did. And I was like, oh, I didn't
He
think you could
texted
text.
the words butt dial.
He literally, I just got a text from him randomly, like, because he leaves work at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Sure.
And I just get a text that says butt dial. I go, no, you didn't butt dial me. And then I'm like, you have the time
He butt dials his wife too and still texts you incorrectly.
to
Like he's
text
fucking
me.
up.
Like, hey, I didn't text you.
He didn't
Or I
mean to
didn't call
text
you
though.
correctly. But I'm like, you don't have the time to fucking text me.
Yeah, dude. But you know what though? Think about it. And this is how I look at it. It's like, think about what he was trying to do. He was really, because you made it a point already that you and your stepmom are right next to each other. So he probably butt dialed her for the 100th fucking time by accident. You know, and at least you're like cool about it every once in a while. You're like, yo, dude, fuck off. You know, like, come on, at least call me for real.
Yeah, that's
But I'm
my
saying
point.
he meant to, I know, but think about from his perspective, like his main goal every day is to make her happy now. It's his life now. You know, it's like you're his son who you better fucking understand a butt dial, dude. He's like, my fucking old lady's busting my balls, dude. Sorry. You know, like it's just, it sucks. But, you know, it's like, hey, at least you could see he ignores her just like you, right? It's not like he's just fucking up. Like he's just an old idiot. Right? Or no? I don't know.
My point was like, I was like, if you can text me butt dial, you can just randomly text me. You know that, right? Before I thought you could just make phone calls because he never
Right.
texts anyone.
But do you think he meant to text you?
Yeah, because he thought he butt dialed me, I guess.
Or like I just said, did he get it mixed up with your fucking cane?
He's so angry.
He
So
accidentally did it.
I called him and we ended up getting on the phone. We talked.
After this,
Yeah, after this. And I tell him I'm going to the Phillies game and getting that World Series ring because he was alive for that, John. That John was
Sure.
hyped to him. I go to the game. So I'm there. It's me, my girlfriend, my stepbrother, and his girlfriend. And he bought all the seats. But like as we're walking up, it's like, hey, like shuffle in. It's seats 8 through 12. 12 is on the end of the aisle. I'm 12. To my life, to this existence, my stepbrother believes that I'm much luckier than him. Take it as you will. I'm a handsome devil. I am luckier than him. And Brandon
no,
Stott.
you're not, by the way.
Brandon Stott fouls off a ball. It pops up. I take my hat off. I don't think it's coming close to me, so I put my hat back on. I reach my hand up. I touch the ball, but it bounces off my pinky. It nabbed me up. But I touch a foul ball. He's all mad. I can see it in his face. He's like, I would have caught it. I was like, yeah, you would have caught it. I couldn't see it. If I would have seen it, I would have caught it. But I can tell like the like, oh, if we just switch the seat number, I would have had that ball. I could see the bitterness in them. That's just the way the world goes, you know. It's not my fault. So I'm talking
You
to my
get dad, I get the ball. I get the seat, you know?
Yeah.
Like
You have a real father. I
Fuck
just
off.
having foul balls come right towards me. I don't catch it, but I tell my dad this story when we talk after the whole butt dial thing. I taught and which is true. I tell him, I'm like, look, if you could touch it, you can catch it. And I have to live with that until the day I die. He might be mad that it came right to me, but now I have to live with the fact that I touched the foul ball and I didn't catch it, you know? It is what it is. And so the next day he sees some highlight on ESPN. This is a man who won't call me, won't text me, doesn't like using a cell phone. But I tell him the story. 2 days later,
Straight white dad. Yeah, normal.
he sends me a video of him recording ESPN of a guy who drops a foul ball and it drops into his beer. And he says, like, you would find this funny, and texts it to me.
Amazing. That's the connection. LinkedIn connection. Boom.
I'm like-
that could lead to others.
No, I've had a cell phone since I was 16 years old.
See,
I'm
you
like,
don't even want it now. You got so many walls to break down.
I'm like, this motherfucker
my
can
dad started
record
doing it to me.
videos?
My heart got huge.
send videos. I'm like,
Dude, they're just like you. They don't know if you're mad at them, if you're gonna tell them to fuck off.
that is the
they
part. that
prod
is.
around, like to me, that's huge. I think that's awesome that he did that because he's like, yo, this is hilarious. Like you were just saying,
I'm like, wait. You've known how to use a cell phone this whole time.
what's the guy from the Yankees who fucking dropped the fucking foul ball or who intercepted the foul ball?
From the Cubs, Berkman.
Red Sox, Cubs, whoever the fuck.
Cubs.
Yeah, whatever. It's like making one of those jokes. If that would have been better. There was a curve bit about it, but yeah, I feel you. But that's cool though. My dad started doing to me that with political memes, and our relationship took off. And we went on 3 vacations since. Dude, I swear, bro, all my life, because I want it. If you don't want it and you're like, hey, you should always text me. It's like, dude, yeah, stop. You might as well just delete his number. You sound like a
That's
fucking
fair.
Mo, dude. You're a 38-year-old Mo.
No, he doesn't get to play ignorant. He's a full-grown adult.
Yes, he does. We all do. That's what
I
adults do.
won't accept that.
Then, yeah, go to Chuck E. Cheese and stick a finger up your ass, dude. What do you want from him? You're
I
not
don't-
doing
like,
shit.
How do I know better than you know?
What do you mean? No one knows shit. We just put it in the past. And hey, this is a thing. We just
No, but how do
bonded
you
over
not
it.
know
This is
you're a
what guys
shitty
do.
person?
He probably does. He went and found Jesus and shit. The guy went ballistic. If you can't see that,
I
he
can't.
tried to fix some things, and it might not be up to your standards, but he clearly felt guilty about some things.
I don't have a standard. I have the basic.
But now he's
self-
doing it. He's doing what you always wanted, and you're upset.
No, he's
with
not.
him.
He's butt dialing me and then vicariously sending me internet videos that relate to the thing we butt dialed about. But that's not a fucking real thing.
I mean, he's an old guy, dude. Like, what do you really think he's gonna be FaceTiming you every night and putting you to bed? I love you, but it's crazy. Like, this is why you need to speak to a therapist who, you're right, isn't a Chinese guy. Because the Chinese set me back months with this pandemic. But seriously,
we're gonna be back next week.
yeah.
None of this will be solved. We shall return. It's
Thank
the
you
Low
for
Life
being honest,
Podcast.
though. Trying to get to
I'm
the
not
bottom
sure
of the
what
problem,
it
dude.
is.
And this is what we fucking do here, Jack. We're oppressed, dude.
They're not letting us shine, yo.
This is what they do to white guys. This is what they fucking do to us. Low Life Podcast. Psych off. Follow us on all socials and fucking, I think another good episode, dude. Maybe we should 69 on Patreon, dude. Peace be with you,
Get a
Jackie.
picture on Kiss.
Love you.
I love that we